Hello students, now we'll continue with the Mendeleev's periodic law. Already we have discussed Dobner's triad and law of octaves. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the Mendeleev's periodic table. This was proposed by Dmitri Mendeleev, and he studied the chemical properties of all the 63 elements because during that time 63 elements were known. And then what he did, he made the arrangement of the elements according to their similarities in their chemical properties. Here he did not focus on the atomic mass, but only his focus was on the chemical properties of the elements. So now what is Mendeleev's periodic law? So it is Mendeleev periodic law. It states that properties of the elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses. Means periodically when the chemicals or these elements they are coming according to the similarity in the chemical properties that are placed in a particular group, in a single group. So now while working with the classification of the element, what Mendeleev wrote that, see here, when I arrange the elements according to the magnitude of their atomic masses beginning with the smallest, it becomes evident that there exists a kind of periodicity in their properties, means repetition in their properties. I designate by the name periodic law because periodically or repeatedly the properties are coming same of different elements. Elements were different, but they are showing the same properties. So he called it as periodic law. The mutual relation between the properties of the elements and their atomic masses. What he noticed that there is a certain mutual relation between the properties of the elements and their atomic masses, and these relations are applicable to all the elements and have the nature of a periodic function. Okay, that means periodic function is there, that periodically or repeatedly they are showing the same chemical properties. Now next is Mendeleev's periodic table. When Mendeleev arranged elements in the order of increasing atomic masses, he obtained a chart consisting of a vertical columns and horizontal rows. Means according to the chemical properties, when Mendeleev arranged all the elements, then he get a particular structure of a chart in which all the elements they are arranged in a vertical column as well as in a horizontal rows. So he called this as periodic table. So this periodic table is commonly known as Mendeleev's periodic table because he has already made this. So now Mendeleev laid more stress on similarity in properties of the elements because already we have discussed that triads, Dobner triad, Newland law of octaves, over there emphasis was given on the atomic masses. But here Mendeleev's focus on the chemical properties. So the order of increasing atomic mass was not strictly followed. He doesn't follow the strict motion, that arrangement of the atomic masses. He focused on the properties of the elements. Thus, when an element did not seem to fit into the expected position, he left a gap for it. He predicted that new elements would fill these gaps as and when discovered. So he was the one who know that there may be more elements in the nature which have not been discovered, and so he left certain gaps between those elements, those who doesn't fit over there. So that means according to the chemical properties he grouped the elements, and the elements which does not fit in that particular position, he left that position and he grouped those elements, the remaining means the elements which were known at that time, in another group. Now here you can see the Mendeleev's periodic table. In between certain gaps are there, many blanks are there. So that is mean what? That there's a possibility of having more elements in the environment or in the nature which is to be discovered later. Then here, what are the essential features of modern periodic table? So now here, what Mendeleev find it out, what are the special characteristics or how the Mendeleevs have arranged these elements. So that special features or essential features of the Mendeleev's periodic table is over here. Let us discuss one by one. The first one is the vertical columns were called as groups and horizontal rows were called as periods. Here you can see the vertical columns, they are called as groups. So these are called as groups, and horizontal, these are called as periods. So the vertical columns, these were called as groups, and the horizontal rows were called as periods. Second was there that there were in all 8 groups. Only 8 groups were there, that is from group 1 to group 8, and 7 periods. To accommodate more elements, the period 4, 5, 6 and 7 were divided into 2 halves. He know that more elements will be discovered in future, so what he did, 4, 5 and 6 and 7 periods were divided into 2 parts or 2 halves. The first half of the elements were placed in the upper left corner, and the second half is placed in the lower right corner of each box. The elements in each group resemble with each other in many properties. So each group, already we know that chemical properties are similar, so that means there is resemblance or similarities of these elements. All elements of a group, they show the same group valency. Already valency you know. So these elements which are grouped together, they are having the same valency. The group valency is equal to the group number or 8 group number. The properties of elements changed gradually in any period while going from left to right. In a period when we are moving from left to right, properties of element changes. Mendeleev's periodic table had certain gaps. Already we know that Mendeleev knew that further in future more elements to be discovered, and when the element is not fit in the particular position, he left the gap over there. So Mendeleev's periodic table had certain gaps, and these gaps were left to accommodate yet to be discovered elements in the future. Mendeleev predicted the existence and the properties of 6 yet to be discovered elements. He predicted that there might be 6 elements in future which is to be discovered, and these 6 elements can be placed in that position. So he named these elements as Eka boron, Eka aluminium, Eka silicon, Eka manganese, Dwi-manganese and Eka tantalum. So according to the elements which were present during that time, so he said that in future when these elements were discovered, will be discovered, at that time these elements may be named in that way only. Means Eka boron, these elements, they are having the characteristics similar to boron. Eka aluminium, the element which is to be discovered, will have similarities with aluminium. So in that way he named these elements. So here the elements which were discovered later, they were found to have properties similar to those as predicted by the Mendeleevs. So see the sixth sense of the Mendeleevs. Whatever he predicted, that came true in the future. So for example, scandium, gallium and germanium, these were discovered later, had properties similar to those predicted for Eka boron, Eka aluminium and Eka silicon. So the predicted and the observed properties of Eka silicon, germanium, these are, look at this properties, these are table out over here, you can see it over here. Atomic mass is 72, germanium is 72.6. Similar properties is there, already silicon, okay. Density 5.5 is there, then 5.36. Melting point in Kelvin, high of Eka silicon, and 1231, that 1231 for germanium. Then the action of acid is likely to be slightly attacked, and is not attacked by HCl, reacts with hot nitric acid. Action of alkali, Eka silicon, likely not to react, no action with dilute sodium hydroxide. Then reaction with oxygen, it forms MO2, that is M is the metal which is to be discovered in future. Okay, this was the prediction of Mendeleev. So when it reacts, oxide is formed, that is germanium oxide, GeO2. And when reaction with sulfide, so when it forms sulfide, then it forms Ms2 or GeS2. Chloride, MCl4, GeCl4. See the properties or see the prediction. So exact prediction was done by Mendeleev. Now there are certain drawbacks also of this Mendeleev periodic table, though he has provided the basis for the modern periodic table, but still it has certain drawbacks. So just look over here, what are the drawbacks of the Mendeleev's periodic table? First is inversion in the periodic table. In Mendeleev's periodic table, certain pairs of elements were placed in the reverse order of atomic masses. That means elements which is having more atomic mass is placed before than the element having the less atomic mass. For example, cobalt having higher atomic mass and has been placed before nickel, that is having lower atomic mass. Argon atomic mass is 40 and it was placed before potassium, whose atomic mass is 39. So 40 is placed before 39. So in this way what will happen, there is inversion of the atomic masses. Second is the position of isotopes. These isotopes everyone knows, these are the elements having same atomic number but different atomic masses. So position of isotopes was not known, it was not provided. So isotopes have similar chemical properties because they are of same element. So but they have different atomic masses. Already we know about the hydrogen. Hydrogen has 3 isotopes, protium, deuterium and tritium. But the atomic number is 1 and atomic masses are different. So here it is said that isotopes have similar chemical properties but different atomic masses. According to Mendeleev's periodic law, the isotopes of an element must be given separate place in the periodic table. But isotopes were not given any separate place. Now grouping of chemically dissimilar elements. What he has done? Chemical dissimilar, some elements which are chemically different from each other, they are grouped together. So certain chemically dissimilar elements have been grouped together in Mendeleev's periodic table. For example, copper and silver. These have no resemblance with alkali metal. So they are placed like alkali metals are lithium, sodium and potassium. So they are placed along with them. But these have been grouped together in group 1. Now separation of the chemically similar elements. Chemically dissimilar elements, they are grouped together, and chemically similar elements, they are separated from each other. So certain elements which appear to be chemically similar like copper and mercury, gold and platinum, they have been placed in separate groups. So this is again a drawback of the Mendeleev's periodic table. The next is position of hydrogen was not known, where the hydrogen is to be placed. So hydrogen form both positive ions like alkali metals and negative ions like halogen, because hydrogen can have the positive charge also and negative charge also. So in this way the hydrogen resembles both. So what will happen, it can be placed both in group 1 as well as both in groups in the other group, that is 7. But in Mendeleev's periodic table, the position of hydrogen was not made clear. So position of hydrogen was not provided. So here we have this thing, the drawbacks of the Mendeleev's periodic table. So now we have completed with the drawbacks in Mendeleev's periodic table. In the next class we will continue with the modern periodic table and we will compare the two, that is Mendeleev's periodic table and modern periodic table.